Hey, oh yeah. Hey, we're on the air. We're live. Talking Circles with Chris Carter. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody is doing good out there. Y'all know this guy, Chase Robertson, is sitting in. I appreciate him being here. We are live from the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios. We have relocated. We had some friends to step up. My friends at Radical Fire Protection, and we have relocated our Choice Tire and Automotive Studios to Lexington, North Carolina. Chase, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a lot on my plate, man.
Really?
Yeah. We've got this fundraiser for these two lovely girls, Emma Williamson and Autumn Priest, that we're going to have on August 29th at the VFW in Kernersville. And there's a lot of moving parts, Chase. As you know, when you do these things, I've got a team assembled of some really amazing people, and I've already had people to step up to the plate and really do a lot. So this is going to be a big deal. Both girls has Hodgkin's lymphoma is what they have, and we're going to do what we can to make the family and everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a big deal. We're going to have the Whiskey Ridge Outlaws playing, and we're going to have, courtesy of Patriots Choice Plumbing, is donating a Dunkin' booth. So I think if I talk and run my mouth enough, I could talk Chase Robertson into getting in the Dunkin' booth. But the problem is, everybody loves Chase, so nobody's going to want to throw the balls. But I got a good idea.
All right.
He's a good boy. Would be a good one.
Yeah, Tucker would definitely do it. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it, but I think if Tucker does it, I'll do it.
Eric Messer.
Yeah, that might be a hard time.
We might have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, he might not do that.
Yeah, so I do appreciate everybody. We went on the air last week, and been relocating. Got a lot of moving parts, as I said earlier. Justin Long, what's up, buddy? Good evening, Sisu, Andrew, and Chase, and that would be you. Eric Messer, he said, "I'll dump Chase."
Yeah, if he could hit the damn circle.
That's what Messer's saying. He'll just come up and push the button because he won't be able to throw the ball right.
That would work.
All right, so I want to do it real quick. I need to give a shout out to all of our amazing sponsors that is with us here at Talking Circles with Chris Carter. As always, we start with H&H Auto Repair. Been with me since day one. Race for Kids, which is raceforkids.com. A little buddy, Darren Krantz Jr. Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue. Precision Built Spindles. You know who that is, don't you? Our buddy Jeff Day. He does a lot for the show, too. We appreciate him. Miss Renee Hackett, Realtor, which Renee is part of the team that we've assembled to help us for our fundraiser on August 29th at the VFW in Kernersville. David E. Day Inc. David went and fixed Tim Brown up, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, you ought to see that. It's all gravel and everything. They can walk through it, and they're happy. Ideal Corn, Affordable Septic with my buddy Tommy Neal. And, of course, Miss Elena and Tyson's Icings. They are also very heavily involved in our fundraiser. Our buddies at Little Donuts, J.J. Dutton at Dutton Safer Systems, Triangle Fitness in Kernersville. Our buddy Johnny Tilley, JTV Sports Card and Memorabilia, Sykes Metal Roofing, our buddy Brian Sykes, Douglas Auto Electric and Battery in Winston-Salem. And we've got a new one, Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Have you ever ate there?
Yeah, I mean, I used to go, me and the guys that played baseball and varsity used to go there before the games.
So this is right across from RCR.
Like a minute or two down.
I mean, really close.
Yeah, really close.
In Lexington. So appreciate Jeremy. The Garage Shop. We got also Choice Tire and Automotive, Woodman Life Insurance, Jordan Anderson. Do you know him, Chase?
My cousin, Jordan. yeah, I know him.
Our Seth Caldwell, LSNP Lemonade, our buddy Frank Steaks in Long Island, New York, J&T Services, DL Outfitters, Gary Brown, Dream 68, Midway Dry Cleaners, Cobble Speed Shop, and I don't know why that keeps happening. Only to me. Where was I at? Yeah, Cobble Speed Shop, JTA Soft Wash and Roof Cleaning, Koger Plumbing, 5 Points Tire and Auto, Horse-Powered Kids, Harkey Litigation, Ever Ready Mixed Concrete, Heroes Patriot Water, Robin Sandblast, and Muleskin are trucking. Messer Media. You ever heard of him?
No, I've never heard of him.
He's a new guy on the block, but we love him.
Yeah.
We do appreciate Eric Messer. He's actually going to do a drone for me. Going to fly a drone over the VFW and we're going to take some pictures. Messer with Messer Media, Bowman Gray Track Photography. He's going to take some pictures for me, and I'm going to have an outline. So everybody coming, you go here, you go there. There's the bounce house. There's the Duncan booth. There's the band.
I mean, that'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
Yeah, and so thank you, Eric Messer. Yeah, he's such a good guy. I love the guy to death. He used to be a producer of this show, but I want y'all to know that that guy is hands on as a part of Talking Circles with Chris Carter, and I really appreciate him. Garage Doors of the Triad, MJ Printing and Graphics, Midway Music Hall and Event Center, Thunder Road Grill, Midway Mobile Storage. That's old Zeno Marshall. Sure do miss him, seeing him at the racetrack. Make TV Great with Nate, our buddy Chase Lewis. Louis Custom Shower and Glass, Radical Fire Protection, buddy Roger and Dawn Williamson. Appreciate them so much. They're also a part of our team that we're assembled for our fundraiser. Buddy Tiffany Howe at Tea Time Sports Bar and also Birch Street Pub. Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek. Soul to Bowl Food Truck. Man, they got some good food. Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings. Jordan Atkins. She has been with Talking Circles with Chris Carter a long time. And my buddy Jason Rowell in Kernersville, Colfax Towing and Auto Repair. And, of course, our buddy Brad Smith, and Messer could probably give us an update, but he was having some health issues. And I sent him a text the other day letting him know we're all thinking about him, praying for him. So I hope he's doing well. We sure miss seeing Brad at the racetrack. And, of course, Kevin Powell at KevinSaysYes.com. So we have got a very interesting show tonight. Our Cam's Corner brought to you by Pulliam's Hot Dog and Barbecue will feature a 6-year-old. He races in a beginner box stock, which is like a little go-kart with a wing on top, as you know. Tate Crosby. I seen this kid in a YouTube thing. Y'all, you are going to love this kid, okay? It's going to be, we're going to have him on here shortly. And also we're going to have a Chuck Wall. He won our QRC HVAC and Refrigeration Stadium Stock 50 Saturday night. That segment is going to be brought to you by Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers and Radical Fire Protection. Bring the segment. 17-year-old Jacob Soleimani is going to be calling in. He does the $1 One Tree student-led movement, and we're going to let him, and what this kid does, he's just like, he's a friend of Darren Krantz Jr., and what they do, these kids coming up with these fundraising things that they do, the entrepreneurship that they have in their young minds, and Darren Krantz Jr. at 14's helping him, and he's helping Darren, and it's all just one big happy family. And then, of course, we'll round out the night. Me and you will talk about some things. Your car's extended warranty, we're going to talk about it. We hope you've got it up to date. Chase is now selling warranties for 2000 and older Volvos. So if you own one, you contact Chase Robertson. He will hook you up. So, sure. Chase, I want to discuss with you. You work at
ECR.
Braden works at
ECR.
Braden's leaving to go to Mexico.
Correct.
Does that bother you a little bit?
Let
me stop you before you answer. All right, let me just be real about it. Cale Gill. You know him? He's with Haas. I texted him and I said, Cale, wear your cross necklace. Bring your own water.
Yeah.
Not to be political, but I told him, I said, man, I'm not a big fan of this going to Mexico at this time with what's going on in our country, okay? I don't like it. You cannot make me understand why on God's beautiful green earth. Also, does anybody have a Globe that does these trips? They're going 4,300 miles from Michigan all the way down to Mexico City. Then they leave Chase and go to Pocono.
Yeah.
Who does this?
I don't know. That's a lot of driving.
Who did? I know that NASCAR is looking to be international.
Yeah.
Welcome Dodge to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. That's pretty cool. I like that. And, you know, I do get paid by NASCAR. I don't want to step on my toes here, but I'm having it's, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I've heard, even your dad talking to Herm, you know, that what's the process and everything. You people out there that says prayers, you remember the man that drives the truck all the way down to every member of every team. That is the Xfinity Series. They're racing too, right? The Xfinity. So every driver, every crew member, all the Truck Series drivers, for y'all out there, pray for their safety. I shouldn't have to say this, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Our country's not at a very good time right now. That person's pissed because they're protesting. That person's pissed because they're getting in trouble for crossing the border. And I'm not going to split hairs about all that. Our president says he will restore order. And for those of y'all that don't know why the Marines, here's why the Marines are coming. The Marines is only branch of our armed forces that our president, regardless of who he is, can send in without congressional approval. Okay? So, I feel like all of this is a distraction for something bigger.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
But the moral of my little whatever I just done is that you do too. All of us, a lot of y'all watching, you have friends and family that are going to be making this trip to Mexico City. Let's remember each and every one, and let's pray for their safety. You just don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to hijack about 70 trucks,
Well,
okay?
I think they're going in all at once.
Yeah. Just pull over. That ain't funny. All right, so anyway, we're going to... I cracked myself up. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to go to, you ready for a commercial, producer Andrew? We're going to go and take 2 quick commercial break. We're going to come back and we're going to be talking to Tate Crosby. Earn your trust and loyalty. They know how important it is to find a Winston-Salem car service you can rely on, so your satisfaction is their top priority each and every day. Their professional automotive service offers you years of combined expertise from their well-trained technicians. They treat their auto repair professionals well because they value their skill and can-do attitude. They know their team sets them apart, saving you, the customer, time and money, not to mention worry. When it comes to auto repair in Winston-Salem, 5 Points Tire and Auto is totally confident they are the best option in town. They're located at 3075 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and their hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Ever Ready Mix Concrete has been in business for 40 years, and they can handle any and all of your concrete needs, whether big or small. They can do it all. Located at 2000 Old Highway 421 East in Yadkinville, North Carolina, Ever Ready Mix Concrete, they're family owned and operated, and for a free quote, give David Adams a call at 336-961-6688. Welcome back, everybody. I'm muted. Hello, check 1, 2.
Good.
Turn me up, please.
Yep.
Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter, presented by J&T. Sir, I can hear nothing. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
You're going out.
Huh?
You're going out.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't hear nothing. I'll work through it. Nothing but a thing. Ain't nothing but a thing. Chase Robertson's watching. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, how'd I go from hearing something to not hearing something? Anyway, we have a phone call.
We have one, yeah.
All right, let's bring him on. But I'm gonna have to be able to hear him, so we got to figure that out. And then, or unless I'm gonna let Chase just take over this segment.
Might help me out.
Tate, can you hear me?
Hold on. Can you hear anything at all?
No, I can hear nothing. It's almost like there's not plugged in all the way. I have a hard time. They're saying they can hear me. Okay, right there. What did you do?
All right, I got it. We're good.
All right, we're good. All right, Tate, caller, you with me, Tate? No, hold on. Tate, little Tate, you got me, buddy?
Yeah.
Man, Tate, I got to give a shout out. Buffy Brewer, Miss Buffy. You rock. Roll Tide. Tate, how are you, man?
Good.
You're good. I know you are, buddy. Tate, my name's Chris Carter. I got Chase Robertson with me. Chase races at Bowman Gray Stadium. He is a sportsman. How many races you won this year? 4?
Mm-hmm.
4 wins at Bowman Gray Stadium. He loves Millbridge. We all love Millbridge Speedway. And Tate, this is, if I'm understanding correctly, I've talked to your dad a few times. Is this your first time to do a podcast?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So are you nervous?
Yes.
Man, look, I want you, don't be nervous because I want you to, Steve Post is my buddy. And I've seen some of your interviews with Steve Post. So I want you to just have fun and everything's fine. There's only like 35,352 people listening to it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Tell me this. What made Tate Crosby start racing, man?
It was fun and a whole lot safer.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, man. Do you have a favorite race car driver? Do you like watching the guys in NASCAR?
Yes.
You do? Who's your favorite driver? Don't say Kyle Larson. I'm going to hang up on you.
Cal Larson.
Yeah.
I knew you was going to do it. I actually love Kyle Larson, but it seems like, Tate, it seems like every young driver that I have on this show is Kyle Larson. And I get it because he is the best out there.
Elite.
Yeah, we're not going to split hairs with people on the
Yeah,
chase.
yeah.
He
Simple
is
as
the
that.
man. That's pretty good. What is your dream? Do you want to be a NASCAR driver, Tate?
Yes.
You know what that takes? That takes a lot of hard work and working on your own race car. Don't you think that's right, Chase?
That's for sure.
He's got to know that beginner box style. He's got to know everything about it. Do you like working on your little race car, your little box stock? You like working on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me this, when you I want to know about the hot moms. Do you like to tell them hello?
Yeah.
What? So I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? I wish we could play it. And I did tell Chris, we just, new studio, you know, excuses. I don't like excuses. Bubba Gill always told me excuses just that's an excuse. So anyway, but I wish we could play this. So I want y'all, you people listening, to know that this young man right here, one time Steve Post, he had won, and Steve Post was talking to him in Victory Lane at Millbridge, and he said, "Hey, how did you do it?" or something to the fact, and Tate said, "I'm hauling balls." Tate, that made you famous, man.
Oh, the hot mamas.
You like all the hot mamas?
Yeah.
Boy, you are a hoot. You're gonna be just fine. So let me ask you this. And you're 6 years old, right?
Yes.
I seen a video the other day that in your last race, you took a nasty spill. You had a pretty interesting wreck. And was that your worst one yet?
Yes.
Did it hurt?
No.
Didn't hurt, boy. You something else, ain't you? That's
Yes.
yeah. You tough. You like being tough. Do you have a sister or brother?
I have a sister.
How old is she?
4 years
4.
old.
4 years old. What's her name?
Helen Oakley.
Yeah. Do you love her?
Yes.
Do y'all get mad at each other sometimes?
We don't want to go there.
All right, we'll skip that subject. Moving on. Chase, do you and Lindsay, y'all get along pretty good, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I'd say.
Ryan, you and Lindsay, all
Yeah.
good happy family.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Do you think your sister is going to want to race?
No.
Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. But she's always going to support her big brother, and she's always going to love you and support you. And that's just like my buddy Chase here. His sister Lindsay can't stand Bowman Gray Stadium, but by golly, when Chase is racing, she's going to be there. So I get it. But it's your sister's always going to support you, man, and that's pretty neat. You race on Tuesday nights, usually at Millbridge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got lucky tonight because your dad, Chris, is doing some work to get. He wants to make sure that Tate's beginner box stock is perfectly like you like to drive it. And as a dad, he wants to make sure that his son has the best of the best, of course, just like your dad, Mike, wants you to have this. And we all know this for those of y'all that are tuning in. With that being said, I admire your dad. You're sitting out tonight, in other words. Is this correct?
Yes.
So I think that's a good thing, Tate, that your dad's doing that. And next week, you know what?
What?
You're going to win. Next Tuesday night, your dad's going to text me and say, Tate won.
Heck yeah.
You know why? Just like Chase sitting here,
Why?
he's going to win again next week. A lot of times on this show, Talking Circles with Chris Carter, presented by J&T Services, live at the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios, they usually win.
Yeah.
I've had first-time winners to be on this show on a Tuesday night, Tate, and then win the next Saturday. So good luck is going to be on your side. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yes, I have to win it for Dale.
Yeah, we're going to do it for Dale. Did you hear that, Chase? He's going to do it for Dale. Tate, have you and your dad watched the Dale Earnhardt documentary?
Yes, a lot.
Oh, more than once?
Yes,
It's really good, isn't it, buddy?
yes.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's really good. What is your most favorite thing, Tate, about going to the racetrack? What do you love most? Is it the hauling balls? Is it the hot mamas? Is it being with dad? Is it being with sister? What is your most favorite thing about going to Millbridge Speedway?
All the pretty mamas.
I was not ready for that one.
I want to. I want to hang out with Tate. I want to take Tate to the mall with me, and it's amazing.
You might fit in at Bowman Gray too.
He would fit in Bowman Gray. You're gonna have to ask your dad to bring you to Bowman Gray. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever heard about Bowman Gray?
No.
Good. Let's leave it like that. No, I'm just picking. You need to get your dad. I know you do. I know that your dad's watching right there by you. So, Chris, you need to just go. Let's see. Type in. I know a good one they can type in.
What's that?
Derek Stoltz Scott Hall.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Type in Derek
All right.
Stoltz Scott Hall on YouTube. Okay, Chris, and let Tate
Yep.
watch it. Now, if y'all want to come to the racetrack, Chris, you give me a text and we'll work it out and we'll take care of you, okay?
That sounds good.
Yep. And Chris, I got you on the phone real quick. We got about 4 minutes left. What is it with you? What do you get out of bringing this 6-year-old who definitely has a personality, and there is nothing wrong with that? It gives me hope that we have this coming up in years to come. What is it that you love most as a dad going to the racetrack to Millbridge with your son?
I'm gonna tell you, man, we try to keep our circle small, be around the ones that they keep it fun, that enjoy life. We're here for a short time, brother, and if we can keep it fun and make memories, that's all it's about, So there's been some races we've missed because he's wanted to go to birthday parties, stuff like that. So we want to keep it fun, but when we go, we want to show up and be competitive. And I lost my dad a couple years ago, and it just, there's no better feeling in the world to see your kids succeed in anything, whether it be baseball, soccer, you name it. So we're blessed to do what we do. We got some great supporters, and like I said, man, if as long as you can enjoy what you're doing, that's all I really care about. He's having fun and we staying safe. What's about it?
Okay.
What's up?
So I like
You know how like
go ahead, Tate.
you know how like a tissue dad?
Do what?
You know how to make a tissue dance?
No, how do you make a tissue dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
How
know.
do you make a tissue dance?
put a booger in it?
You put a boogie in it.
Oh, is it
A
boogie? Or
boogie, yes, a
all right.
boogie.
That's something.
So, this is really neat because your dad, Tate, is letting Tate still be a kid. He's still going to race, but he's still getting to go to the birthday parties and what have you. I want to give a big shout out to Christian Thorpe tuning in. Also, Justin Long, as I said, appreciate you. Mitch Gales, good to see you in here, man. I like Mitch Gales.
Yeah.
He's a good competitor, man. I want to see him in Victory Lane this year. Bad. I want Mitch Gales to win a race. Chase Robertson's watching. But Tate, man, let's do this before we hang up. I want you to thank family, friends, and sponsors, buddy, okay? You got somebody you want to thank, take the time to do it now so everybody can hear who's helping Tate Crosby.
DCT, PRC, and Mike,
Is that it?
T-Mark Shows, Pleasant Road Holiday with Winter Circle, Ram, Great Win LST, Ten Sellers Race Shop, Get Shit Done.
I think that'll do it.
Peyton Sellers, that's a good one to be involved with. I did see that on the car, Chris. That is pretty. You got Peyton Sellers in your corner. He's in good hands.
Yeah, them guys have been a blessing to us. They hook us up. Sometimes if we don't really have a place to scale the car to do what we got to do fab wise on it, we go down there and they give us sheet metal, you name it. They've been a big supporter to him, and they believe in him, and that's all we need to know. They've treated us very well.
Well, he has probably gained. I'm seeing some of these comments. There is Tate Crosby Racing. It's on Facebook for all y'all out there listening. This is our Cam's Corner segment brought to you by Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue. Pulliam's Hot Dog and Barbecue is located at 4400 Old Walkertown in Winston-Salem. Been in business since 1910. They have the best hot dog on the planet. So we appreciate Mark Flint with Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue sponsoring this Cam's Corner segment. Tate, you've got a lot of new fans. Once again, I'm going to repeat this. All of you listening, I want Chris to text tomorrow and say, man, we have got 100 new followers. Tate Crosby Racing. And if you scroll down, y'all can see some of his interviews with the postman, Steve Post, who has also been on this show before more than once. So y'all out there listening, y'all go give this young man, Tate Crosby Racing, on Facebook. Give him a like, give him a follow. And Tate, if you ever need a really good PR guy, you tell your dad and you just go ahead and give me a call, bud. Me and you'll rock and roll. I'll have you. They'll know about you in Okinawa, Japan.
Is that even a place?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna have you on.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. I'm gonna have you on again in about a month, okay? And so you can give everybody updates. All right.
Okay.
You gonna come back on for me?
Yeah.
All right. You did really good, man. I'm proud of you. I hope your family's proud of you. And next time we have you on, we're gonna do a video call where everybody can see you. And I hope you get a lot of new followers for being on Talking Circles with Chris Carter. I will be seeing you soon, okay?
Thank you so much, Chris.
You're welcome, buddy. And you be safe and God bless.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, man.
It's a cool little dude. And I promise you, he did way better than I would have at 6.
Pierce Clarkson said something earlier up here about, giving a 6-year-old airtime. And, for the life of me, I don't understand why this isn't done more. In today's world, as you know, this is part of being a race car driver now. Back when Cale was 15 and all, there was no such thing as any of this. And Cale was horrible. We had to send him to that school. to help him talk better. And with social media and everything that's involved today, well, everybody knows how I love kids to begin with, and just it's this Cam's Corner brought to you by Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue is a special segment to me, and I enjoy doing it, and I hope it helps give these kids exposure. But as you said, Chase, man, he wasn't missing a beat,
No,
was he?
Wasn't. No.
I'm not sure what he said there at the end, but I think I know what he said. So all you hot moms, y'all better go follow this young man's page. You hear me? All you hot moms, go follow Tate Crosby Racing. All right, we're going to take a 3 commercial break, and we're going to be back with our buddy Chuck Wall, driver of the number 81 Velocita Stadium Stock. Y'all don't go nowhere. Me and this guy, Chase Robinson, will be right back. Too small. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, they can do it all. From oil changes to engine swaps to North Carolina inspections, H&H Auto Repair is your one-stop auto shop. Located at 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, right next to Tickle Pink Convenience Store. Stop by and see Daniel and Philip Harrison and tell them old CC sent you. That's H&H Auto Repair, 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem. Choice Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto repair shop and your number one source for tires and wheels in Kernersville, North Carolina. They offer a variety of automotive services to keep your vehicle rolling on the road and off. Choice Tire and Automotive offers check engine light repair and diagnostics, oil changes, brake repairs, alignments, balancing, rotations, and general automotive repairs. They bring the best quality service possible in everything they do, and their team is committed to providing the best workmanship and customer experience possible. Choice Tire and Automotive's hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Give Choice Tire and Automotive a call at 336-992-9002 and let them take care of your tire and automotive service needs.
Hey, my name is Gavin Robbins. Welcome to Robbins Sandblasting.
Hey, I'm Michael Robbins. I'm a third-generation sandblaster. Alongside of my parents, Eddie and Shirley Robbins, we are Robbins Sandblasting. In December of 1954, my grandpa, Buddy Robbins, started Robbins Sandblasting. Over the past 65 years, there have been many of cars driven in this driveway. Some have come and gone, others have become friends, but many have become family. With the fourth generation standing here, it's our job to teach them how the rust meets the dust. So from our family to yours, thank you for 65 years.
Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter, presented by J&T Services. We are live in Lexington, North Carolina, in our Choice Tire and Automotive Studios. Appreciate Eric Engelbert and everything they do at Choice Tire and Automotive. I want to reiterate, you're going to hear me talk about, me and Chase are going to talk about it more at the end, the people involved with our fundraiser we're doing for these two girls, 15 and 16 years old, the 29th of this month, from 2 to 5. That was our scheduled time. We can go past 5. So we didn't know that. So that is a blessing. We're going to have so much food. We're going to $10 barbecue plates from Smokey Joe's Barbecue here in Lexington. It's a lot of people. And I do want to give a shout out to Piedmont Dragway and Buffy for being a part of this. We're going to have shirts for sale. We've got bracelets for sale for these little purple bracelets for $5. Mark Joyce at MJ Printing and Graphics is also making our shirts, but we're going to get on. We'll talk about all that later, but I want y'all to keep that. I got a flyer that I'll get after the next commercial break and give a real good rundown before we leave of who, what, when, and where. Oh, yeah, Chuck Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Caller Chuck Wall, you on the air? You there?
I got you.
So
I
for
got you.
for those of y'all listening, this is Chuck Wall. As I said earlier, he won our QRC HVAC refrigeration Stadium Stock 50. That was his 398th win at Bowman Green. Hey Chuck, I figured if I was going to mess it up, I was really going to mess it up. Because remember the last time I said it in front of 15,000 people, it's like it was either Susan or somebody's like, Chris, did you know? And I was like, man, I know. And I messed up. Chuck, how are you, buddy?
I thought it was Charlie, but I'm not sure.
It probably was Charlie Curry. It was, but how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, doing good. You got me out of the shop and got me on the couch for a little bit.
Oh, ain't nobody gonna hate Chris Carter now, are they?
No.
I might be somebody's best friend for that. Chuck, it was pretty dominating fashion that you won that race the other night. And I want you to tell the listeners, Chuck, and I do my best, okay? I don't want to pat on the back or nothing, but just like Saturday, I did not post a picture of Chase or Tommy Neal or Bert or Tim Brown because Bert wasn't there, or Jason Meyer. My whole thing for that practice was nothing but stadium stocks. And it's almost like sometimes y'all are like this redheaded stepchild. AJ Sanders got into this conversation during our last show, but you know what? That race Saturday night, 2 wide, sometimes 3 wide, going into turn 3. Man, it was a good race. Chuck, when you compete in a race like this is y'all's biggest race of the season at Bowman Gray Stadium. What does it mean to you as a driver in the stadium stock division? It's our Q104.1 stadium stock division. What's it mean to you to win a race that's big as that race Saturday night?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, everybody puts in good effort every single week, but we all probably 2 or 3 weeks up to the 50 lapper, we're trying different things. We're doing little mock qualifying runs. We put extra effort into this race. And then they do quite a bit of pre-race tech and stuff like that too. So we feel like everybody's going to be kind of on a level playing field. I mean, you might slip something by them somewhere here or there, but they kind of check a few things here and there. So it puts everybody on a good level playing field. We know everybody's going to pretty much be right. And everybody just puts forth, I ain't gonna say twice as much effort, but 1.5 times at least more effort in this race than they do any of the other ones. And you got to have some luck on your side. I mean, that's you can be good all you want, but if you ain't got no luck on your side, you're not gonna do nothing.
Right. We're talking to Chuck Wall, driver the number 81 Velocita Stadium Stock. This segment is brought to you by Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Excuse me, it only happens when I do a show or announce that one right there. That's the only time this ever happens. Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers are located at 6999 Old US Highway 52 in Lexington, and we appreciate Jeremy and everybody at Nick's. This segment with Chuck Wall is brought to you once again by Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Chuck, who is your spotter?
Mike Collins.
Okay. Has he been with you for a long time?
He's been with me, oh Lord, probably since pretty much about I started. I've had to use some other people a little bit here and there whenever I've traveled, but he's pretty much spotted for me out the whole time. I know when we raced Friendship, he was running one of our other cars. He was racing it, so I think John spotted for me then. He was the car owner. But other than that, I mean, Mike's probably 97, 98% of the races I've ran, he spotted for me.
Pretty good, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's good.
Very
good. One of the best there is.
And I got Chase Robertson in here in the studio with me, and I'm going to ask him and you both. Chase, how important is to you as a champion, and both of y'all Chuck Wall, multi-time stadium stock champion of Bowman Gray, you winning it 2 years ago, year before last. Chase, how important it is to you to have that spotter?
Yeah, well, I've only had my dad as a spotter. So
Yep.
all growing up, I had him. So, I've never really heard another voice in my ear, but the relationship that me and him have on the racetrack, just from, his experience spotting other people and just me always having him in my ear, it's really beneficial, because like a spotter and driver duo, you know what I'm saying, is that leads to success. So I don't know who, if my dad stopped spotting, I don't know if I think it'd be a lot different.
Yeah. Chuck, and as you just already pretty much said, having your spotter in your ear, if somebody else was to come along, that has to be a chemistry. Is it safe for me to say that?
Yeah, yeah. The chemistry works out. I mean, you can get by with somebody else doing it if they've done it before. And I've had some rookie spotters spot for me before. You know, get traveling somewhere and everybody's busy doing this, that, and other, whatever. And I just throw somebody on the radio real quick. But you know, when you've got your spotter that's there with you all the time, you've got that trust. I mean, when Mike's spotting for me, I hardly ever look in the mirror. I mean, you know, if I'm not hearing nothing, you know, I'm not worried about it. Now, if I don't hear his voice for a few laps or something, because he's normally on at least he's keying in 2 or 3 times a lap. I mean, because there's just so much stuff going on in the stadium. So if I don't hear his voice, then yeah, I start checking my mirrors, wondering if my radio went dead or came unplugged or something like that. But you know, the minute he says clear or he says, you know, at your bumper or 6 inches inside or something, you know, at that point there, I make my choice whether I want to come down or not. You know, so it's that trust issue. You know, working with somebody all the time.
Billy Andrews, if I remember correctly, was in. Who was in your backup car? Was it Cantor? Or Cantor?
Kevin Cantor.
Kevin Cantor. I do say, and somebody's saying our buddy Miss Amy John Larson and their son, he's been on this show as well, and he started 26 and finished 6th, man.
Yeah, and I don't think he had a clutch either.
Huh? He didn't have a clutch, Chuck?
No, there's nothing wrong with the car.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Everything was fine with the car. The only thing he didn't have is he didn't have a roof. When he sat down in that car, that was the first time he'd sat down in that car to start that race. We didn't get the car there till after qualifying. You know, we had some issues in the afternoon and stuff like that. He was supposed to actually drive another car. Had some issues there, and we went and got it, and said he did. You know, they'd do the pre-race tech on that. I mean, actually, they was starting to line up the cars for our division, and I was actually kind of finishing up on his where they was doing the tech, probably maybe about 10 minutes beforehand. So I mean, we threw some tires on it, and he went out there and he done an awesome job.
I didn't realize from 26 to 6, man. And that's what I believe that's what it was. It's 26 cars, if I remember correctly. He started dead last and finished 6th. That's a big deal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
coming up
It's very impressive.
And also let's acknowledge that Chuck Wall obviously has a pretty good backup car.
Yeah.
Wow.
That car's set up just like mine. I think I got a little bit better piece underneath the hood in the one I'm driving right now, but both cars are built very similar. There's a lot of difference in between them. I run pretty much about the same wheel weights on both cars. I mean, there's a few pounds difference on each one of them, of course. I think I got a little bit heavier springs on each car that he was in. But I mean, they're very similar. I mean, you know, we had it over there earlier this year, and I'd shuck it down and got it set up and said, okay, you know, she's ready to go. And I mean, I can run the same lap times in that car as I do mine. I hop in either one.
I did an interview with you, and you talked about, and I'm not one to talk about and point fingers, but I noticed several drivers was not there from earlier incidents, and once again, I'm not. That's not we're going to talk about on Talking Circles with Chris Carter, but dadgummit, there was some drivers that I really wish that could have been in that race that wasn't. For the reasons, it's not something that I'm even going to bring up, but I was a little disappointed in some of the cars that wasn't in that race. So, you know, we could have had nearly had a 30-car field, Chuck Wall.
Well, they won't start with 26, so they only take the top 26. But the rule is you have to run at least half the races up till then to be eligible to run in the 50-lap race. So
Right.
we don't have, 70 cars show up for that one race.
I want to let Chase know that my co-host, and let me just say, Sydney Sanders is still she is the co-host for Talking Circles with Chris Carter, presented by J&T Services. She is a mom. Okay. She said that mom things first. She texted me that like Sydney, I know that's the most important thing. So she said, Chase, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Keep that seat warm. She will be back next week. So just to let her, because they're, I've got used to Sydney. Sydney knows. Sydney's actually, sometimes I'll get so pissed off on here, something happens over there or something, and I'm become a basket case, blowing a gasket, and she's like the mama over there. She'll give me that tap on the leg,
Yeah.
like, shut up, calm down, quit making them faces. So I miss my buddy Sydney. So Sydney Sanders, y'all, she is the co-host on this show. She's got mom stuff she's doing tonight. She will be back next week, and I'm looking forward to it. Look, your cousin Charlie Curry is watching, and your other aunt, niece, third cousin Susan Leonard's watching too, Chuck. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I got to give a shout out. She told me to tell you something. Go call.
No, oh my. All right, caller, thank you for calling in. Bye-bye.
You say go dog.
Yeah, it's Susan Leonard in that crap. She likes Georgia.
Oh.
Georgia had to steal our former coach, Kirby Smart,
Mm-hmm.
from Alabama to go to Georgia for them to get back to their winning ways. So she gives me a hard time. It's like, hey, Susan, how are you? Go Dogs. walking up after interviewing a winner at the stadium. Go Dogs. I'm going to buy her a shirt, Chuck. I do want to say this, Chuck Wall. You have got your circle, your people. They're all great. They're good people, man. And, I park right there by you. So, by y'all, Charlie Curry and that whole bunch, goes back to Sydney, AJ and them and Steven. That whole row back there, man, where I park my car at, I like getting out and saying hey. And you got a good group of people. I always said, surround yourself with good prevails in anything in life you do. And you've got a good group with you, Chuck.
Oh, I've got the best group. I mean, we might not go to, well, most of the time we're competitive pretty much about anywhere we go. But if we're not, we still have a good time. And that's the main thing that happens.
Chuck, let me ask you this. You've been racing at Bowman Gray Stadium for many, many years, multi-championships, a lot of wins. I'm going to be safe, over 40 wins. What is it about Bowman Gray that Chuck Wall really loves about racing around a football field?
One thing is close to home, so it's very convenient. I love going there. We'll practice in the morning. I come home. I take me a shower. Sometimes take me a little siesta. Go back to the track. I'm refreshed. That's one of the main things I love about it. The next thing is, I love competition, and we've got good, hard competition over there. I mean, there's 10 to 12 cars every single night in our division now that can win a race. I mean, sometimes, you might go through a year or two that there's only 4 or 5 real good cars, but, there's 10 to 12 cars that can win a race on any night. Just all depends on the draw. The fans, I mean, I've traveled to probably 30 different tracks over the years, running different places, and nobody compares fan-wise to Bowman Gray Stadium. I mean, they pack the house. I mean, so I love running in front of a bunch of people. I mean, the only bad thing about that is you do a bonehead move. You got 10,000 people to see you do a bonehead move.
Ain't that the truth?
20,000 more on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah, and they don't hold back. Lord, don't get and once again, some of them don't even deserve internet access.
Get into it.
Oh, you talking about the keyboard warriors?
But don't get me started. Don't. I mean,
I want to hear it.
so okay. So listen, if I was to say, so next time we have a rain out at Bowman Gray Stadium, Chris Carter, that's me, in case y'all didn't know. So the Facebook page for Bowman Gray's changed. In other words, I can pretty much get it out there, being in the tower. Let's just say a rain out, okay? I'm told Chris rain out. I immediately post. Chuck, I've never seen so many TikTok meteorologists. I've never seen so many scientists. It's not raining. I'm in Yacktaville, but it's not raining. Well, you idiot. Am I racing? Are we racing in Yacktaville? You got to explain to me, why are these people a bad decision? That's stupid. Chuck, you've been doing this a long time. There's logistics to all of this. Let's just pretend like you're a promoter and it's raining. It's 6:30, 6:40. You look in them stands and nobody else is coming because they know it's going to rain. And so the next time I make a post about anything weather related at Bowman Gray Stadium or any other track that I leave after Bowman Gray Stadium, if it's Carteret County, wherever I go, and I post anything about weather, Chuck Wall, I will turn the comments off.
I don't blame you. It don't matter what call they make in a situation like that.
They're the
It's
bad
going
guy.
to be the wrong call to
Yep.
somebody.
Yeah. I want to give a big old shout out to my old buddy Ronnie Clifton. He said, "Hey, CC and Smooth." Is he calling you Smooth,
Yeah,
Chase?
yeah.
That's his name.
That is his name. I think everybody should call him Smooth.
Ain't that Chuck
He's
Wall?
original.
That Ronnie Clifton is he's a Mr. Smooth, ain't he?
Oh yes, I loved watching him race and whatever. He was nice and smooth, never got rattled. I mean, just lap after lap, just click them off.
You can go to any track in the United States of America. And I want to, anybody that's listening out there, whether you're back in my hometown in Mississippi / Alabama or anywhere, you tell me about someone that won 8, not 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 championships in a row. Y'all tell me about it. I want to hear about it. Then he won another one. 9-time champion sportsman at Bowman Gray Stadium.
That record would never be touched.
There's no way.
No way.
It will never happen.
Yeah, I don't see it ever being broke.
No.
That's good stuff. I love Mr. Ronnie Clifton. So Chuck, man, I guess it's time I tell you, go get your butt back in that shop and get to work, buddy. I do.
Well, I done took a shower now. I think I might take the night off.
Done. Guys in the shop, y'all go on home, go watch some baseball or something. Chuck, I want you to thank family, friends, and sponsors before we hang up, if you would, please, man.
Oh, I got to thank my family first off, and my family, my extended family, my close friends and stuff that's with me at the track every single week. I mean, we have a good time. We have a blast there. I can't thank all of them enough. I mean, they support me through thick and thin. My sponsors, Greg with Greg Butcher Trucking, Adam with John Baker Plumbing, Jimmy and Teresa J&T Services, Bad Brad with Velocity. I hope he's feeling better. Little Donuts, S&E Marketing. Got to thank my crew guys, Mike and John, and man, Randy Butner for that horsepower. I mean, I'm telling you what, since we got that motor right this year, I don't think nobody's pulled me down the straightaway. I mean, and that's a good feeling to have, because when you ain't getting pulled down the straightaway, the only thing you got to worry about is the corners. You know, it makes a lot of stuff happen.
I'm guilty of myself of forgetting just how I love Randy Butner. There's not a human on there. He's like Ronnie Clifton. If you say you don't like Randy Butner, you got to go check yourself in the head, because that's just good people.
Yeah, you need to look in the mirror. 'Cause the problem might be you.
But, Randy Butner, I tend to forget sometimes just how good that man is outside of that race car, involving others and helping others. He's such a class act. So I'm glad that you did acknowledge him, because he's such a great guy. Chuck, I really appreciate you being on, man. I'm a big fan. You know that. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you this Saturday.
I'll see you Saturday. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome, man. See ya.
See you.
The man's won a lot of races, not only at Bowman Gray Stadium, but a lot of racetracks. He is one of those chases, that when he pulls up, the regulars at that track, if it ain't Bowman Gray Stadium, some of them at Bowman Gray go, crap, he's here. He's like that. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to kind of switch gears just a little bit. I got a little 17-year-old. We're going to be calling from New York, little Jacob, and he does $1 1 Tree. And we're going to hear about his entrepreneurship mind and his brain, because he's in the same business that we like to do here at Talking Circles with Chris Carter, and that's helping others. So y'all don't go nowhere. And if you do, please come right back. We're going to get a word from our amazing sponsors. Stay there.
People can trust me to detail their vehicles because I've been doing it for years. I've worked on stuff from $1,000 all the way up to $100,000, but at the end of the day, you still gotta live up to the same standard. I put love and care into every vehicle. I just want to make sure my customer's happy, because I like getting everything. I mean, every crack, every cranny, anything I can get. I really just want it to be squeaky clean. I know how I want my ride to look like at the end of the day, and I should do the same thing to yours.
If you need your hot dog experience to go to a whole new level, then you need to check out Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, because when it comes to hot dogs, it doesn't get more iconic than Pulliam's. Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue has been in business since 1910, which makes them part of the fabric of the Triad area, and their recipe hasn't changed in 114 years. Same barbecue, same slaw, same hot dogs. Pulliam's is located at 4400 Old Walkertown Road in Winston-Salem, and their hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Come chill at the grill and enjoy yourself with family and friends at Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue. At H&H Auto Repair, no job is too big or too small. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, they can do it all. From oil changes to engine swaps to North Carolina inspections, H&H Auto Repair is your one-stop auto shop. Located at 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, right next to Tickle Pink Convenience Store. Stop by and see Daniel and Philip Harrison and tell them old CC sent you. That's H&H Auto Repair, 3088 Kernersville Road in Winston-Salem. Ever Ready Mix Concrete has been in business for 40 years, and they can handle any and all of your concrete needs, whether big or small. They can do it all. Located at 2000 Old Highway 421 East in Yadkinville, North Carolina, Ever Ready Mix Concrete, they're family owned and operated, and for a free quote, give David Adams a call at 336-961-6688. Welcome back to Talking Circles with Chris Carter. Brought to you, presented by J&T Services. Our buddy Jimmy Brown. We are live at the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios. We are in Lexington, North Carolina. We are going to be having a fundraiser for two young ladies. I keep wanting to say August, man. The 29th of this month at the VFW in Kernersville. We will touch on that hard and heavy after me and Chase talk about how his year's going. I've got coming on the air, his name's Jacob, and I'm going to let him say his last name because it's a mafia name. So, no, I'm just kidding, man. He's up there in New York. Jacob, are you on the air? You got me? Hey, Jacob, how are you?
Hey, Chris, what's up? Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Jacob, man, it's good to have you on. Jacob, so I don't butcher your name, how do you say your last name, buddy?
It's pronounced Soleimani.
Oh, just as Jacob Soleimani. He's 17 years old, and he does the $1 One Tree, which is a student-led movement. So, and this segment, for all of y'all listening, is brought to you by our buddies at Radical Fire Protection. They've been in the industry since 1991. They're highly trained and qualified, knowledge of pre-engineered fire suppression systems, fire extinguishers, exit lights in restaurants. They had the best kitchen exhaust hood cleaning service in the state of North Carolina, and they strive on great quality service and quick response. I love Dawn and Roger Williamson and what they do, not only for Talking Circles with Chris Carter, but Chris Carter as a human being. Love them a lot. Jacob, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want you to, I was talking to Darren Krantz and his buddy Darren Krantz Jr., little DJ, which is Darren Krantz Jr. He competes at Langley this year at Langley in South Boston. He is a late model stock driver, as you know, pro late models. And me and him's done a lot of things together, and I've got to be close to that whole family, and I just love them to death, appreciate what they've done for me as well. And he has his Race for Kids Foundation, and you do this $1 One Tree. If you would, I want you to tell everyone listening, Jacob, about $1 One Tree and the mission.
Yeah, so my organization, it's a nonprofit called $1onetree.org. You can search it up on Google or Safari. And pretty much what I do is whenever you go on the website and any dollar you donate, for every dollar, I plant a tree in Africa.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Has anybody ever asked to why it is in Africa?
Nobody's asked that specifically, but I'm actually happy to answer the question and talk to you about it. the reason why Africa specifically is because the tree I plant, they're called mangrove trees, and the average mangrove tree, it lowers carbon emissions 4 times more than the average like any day tree you see like walking around. And Africa specifically because mangrove trees, they thrive in the African area, the African environment. Specifically, Kenya is the biggest area, and Tanzania.
So not only are you helping kids, but you're helping the environment.
Yeah, so for every dollar that is donated, I plant a tree, and for 70 cents on every dollar, I take that money and I bring it back to the community. I help like elementary school kids. I help fund the elderly. I help fund the community, and I help the community.
What does that mean? You're 17 years old, Jacob, and you know your dad has instilled in you this entrepreneurship, philanthropy mindset. And at 17 years old, what is it? I'm going to ask you like I ask DJ all the time. What does it mean to you to know that you're making a difference in kids' lives?
It honestly means the world to me because my entire life I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to be able to get involved, whether it's a charity organization or volunteer work or anything like that. But especially now where I get to do it in like a business aspect, so I get to learn more about the entrepreneurial world. I get to learn about the insights of business and like taxation and how to like create a nonprofit on my own as a 17-year-old. It makes me so happy because hopefully I get to inspire other people in order to do what I do, and I get to help the community at the same time.
Now, if correct me if I'm wrong, this involves helping school kids, correct?
Yes. So for the 70 cents I get on the dollar, I give it to schools. I give it to homeless shelters. I give it to elementary schools. I give it to firemen. I give it to police. I give it to everybody I can try and help with. I try and balance it all out.
Do you ever have someone to come to you and say, Jacob, I need your help? Can you donate to this or that? Do you have people that actually come to you asking for your assistance?
Yeah, so sometimes I'll be in school and a kid can go up to me and say, hi, I know there was a huge fire. I know this family, they're going to need some help. So I can use some of the money that I have raised and I can put it towards, for example, that family. Or if I know the police are getting a little underfunded, for example, I can help give the money to the police. Or if I know there are school kids who aren't getting enough supplies, I can help buy supplies for those school kids.
For those of y'all tuning in, you can find out all about what they're doing, and you can contact them at info@$1 Tree, but their website is $1tree.org. You mentioned the police and everything, and is there some way that you can find out if the police in a certain maybe rural city or smaller city, how do you find out that someone needs the help? So in other words, I'm going to specifically say, as you mentioned, let's just say the fire department, the local fire department needs help. Did they come to you, or does someone request it?
Really, you can always email me at the email for $1tree.org. Whenever you go on the website, you can click contact us, and I would get the email pretty much to know where people need the help, and I can use the amount of funds, let's say I raised for that month within the certain community, and donate that money to help them.
It's the crowd that we have listening and tuning in tonight on this podcast. You know, we are a racing podcast, but everybody that watches the show, a lot of these people are involved with what we do here at Talking Circles with Chris Carter, what DJ does, Darren Krantz Jr. at Race for Kids. And what would it mean? What would we have to do to stir up the interest of our racing people to kind of help get involved and be a part of what you're doing? What can Chris Carter do at Talking Circles to help Jacob?
I mean, honestly, what you do is amazing, and I've been doing so much research the past couple of days about like what you do, and I think it's actually amazing. All the work you've been doing, also how you helped a lot with DJ and his charity. And really, the best thing you can do to help me and help all the people I get to help is just promote the charities. That more people can go to the website and donate the dollar. That while I am planting the trees in Africa, which is extremely important, I get to help the community and I get to help the world and our nation's youth.
I like the way you think, Jacob. And, you know, I got my buddy Chase Robertson on, and Chase Robertson is a competitor at Bowling Green Stadium where I announce at. And Chase, I've always had that you know, you've got a lot of followers, and I have like 7.5 on Talking Circles with Chris Carter. So let's pretend that we said, okay, all y'all out there, donate $1. And we don't have 7,500 people listening, but what if 500 people donated $1? Because if you look at it, it's $1. What
Yeah,
can
it's
I?
just a simple dollar.
What? Okay, so you know, if I say donate 20, please, and people need that 20, I get it. I understand it. You know, but I can't go to that Circle K down the road and buy nothing for $1. That I mean, I'm. You know, if somebody wanted to split hairs with me, I'm sure, and there are somebody out there that does want to split hairs with me because you know that's how people are. But you know, what better way to spend $1 than donate it to these kids and to the onechildonetree.org? I mean, that to me, that's just a no-brainer, Jacob.
Yeah, it's amazing because really it's just that simple dollar where you can use it anywhere. Whenever it's donated, I get to plant a tree in Africa. Literally, a mangrove tree is planted, so it's helping with global warming in our planet. But at the same time, I get to use a big chunk, 70% of those funds, to help people at the same time. So it goes a very long way. That's just a simple dollar.
Yeah, yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Are you gonna go? Have you watched DJ race?
I was actually on the phone with him today. He was telling me a lot about his upcoming races, and I'm trying to organize through my schedule to come out and watch a race. It really sounds amazing. I've never been to one, and I'm really excited to check it out, like learn the world, about how it works.
I met this guy next to me when he was, what, 13? How old are you now?
20. I think it was 14 or 12.
12. You was
14.
12. You was 12. And you know, I love watching younger drivers come up through the levels and mature, just like the one sitting next to me. There's a lot of them I can say I've done that with. And I've watched DJ for the last 2 years now. And I'm going to tell you what, Jacob, the kids got on this show. I always say, when it comes to race car drivers, there's 3 types of talent in the racing world, and that's going to be God-given talent, talk talent, no talent, you suck. Okay, and I don't mind and I don't mind saying that, Chase. By the way, you do know that, right?
All right, yeah.
Okay, so and my little buddy Darren Krantz Jr. has God-given talent. I highly recommend that you going and you and your dad going and watching this kid, because he is everywhere he goes. He's so competitive. I think that would be very neat. Tell me where you're based out of, please.
Specifically in New York, I'm in Great Neck, Long Island.
Long Island. Are you a hockey fan?
Me myself, I try to watch it, but my uncle is a diehard fan.
Yeah. Do you
So
watch?
he takes me out to games sometimes with him to the Islanders.
Do you like baseball?
I'm personally a Yankees fan, but I love the NFL.
All right. So, Giants or Jets?
Oh, it's a struggle to say. It's the Giants.
Well, who did they get? Russell Wilson's their quarterback, isn't he? Didn't they? Who did they draft? They drafted Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. They drafted. Let me tell you about Jackson Dart. Now I know I'm switching gears here a little bit, but I am an avid Alabama fan. I don't think there's anybody around here other than wearing a Saints hat that's ever seen Chris Carter without this Alabama hat on. I love the University of Alabama football, baseball, gymnastics, tennis, duck catching. I don't care. If it's Alabama, I love it. And I hate, that's such a bad word, but H-A-T-E, that's how you spell it. I hate the University of Mississippi. I hate Ole Miss. But Jackson Dart, this quarterback that your team, the New York Giants, drafted, is a beast. That man can throw a football.
Yeah, and hopefully he can work with neighbors, and it's a solution.
Yeah. Y'all got a good. Neighbors. He's the one out of LSU, right?
Malik.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors. Yeah, he is. He's an animal too.
Then they got Scatterboo, I think, out of Arizona State, the running back.
The running back.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was pretty good.
He is I'm going way before y'all's time. John Riggins type Tony. I mean, he will bulldoze you. That's I didn't realize. I forgot they got him. Jacob, what is the main thing that you want to accomplish? And I think you might have already answered this, but I want to hear it again. What's the main thing that Jacob's doing that he wants to accomplish out of this $1 one tree?
So really, all around, my biggest thing is just to be able to plant as many trees in Africa as possible to help our planet, while again at the same time really and truly getting to help the community and help like our nation's youth like learn about entrepreneurship while also like getting better education, getting better school supplies, and just all around like increasing daily life within like your everyday community, just from the donation of a simple dollar or two.
I like it, man. I like it. Now, for those of the people that are listening this evening or tonight, how do they, once again, how do they donate that dollar? Let them know.
So pretty much, you go to the website. It's the number one, the word dollar, then the number one tree.org on Google search. You go to the website, you're going to see in big green text, donate now. You can also go to the website. It has a lot more detail on like what I do and what like my charity is doing. And then you enter your credit card information, you click the amount you want to do. And really, truly, just even a simple dollar goes a very long way and can really make a huge impact. And it takes maybe like less than a minute, and then you just donate it, and it's amazing. And also on our website, we have DJ's charity where you can also go to if you want to donate to him also. So it gets to help both charities at the same time.
Cool deal.
The drop down menu.
Cool deal. DJ's dad says I'm coming to New York soon. I can't wait. I'll probably get laughed at because of the way I talk. So sometimes I'll say, that's right, or water. But anyway, when I talked to your dad, when I talked to your dad on the phone and me, we did a 3-way call, and first thing Darren says, how you like that New York accent, Eddie? So I'm looking forward to coming up there. I'm looking forward to being able to come up there and meet you, buddy. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, hey, thank you for what you do, man. Hey, you keep doing what you do, keep digging, and the sky's the limit. I appreciate you.
Really, thank you so much for having me on the podcast, and I'm so honored to be here.
Thank you.
Means a lot.
Thank you, man. And we'll do it again soon, okay?
I can't wait.
All right, thank you. We'll see you.
Thank you so much.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Radical Fire Protection, Lexington, North Carolina. That's who this segment was brought to you by. It's thundering outside, Chase Robinson. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna wait before we go to it. I almost said to an emergency break. Is that thunder I just heard
Yeah,
out there?
that was definitely
It is supposed to get kind of ugly, isn't it?
It's looking pretty ugly.
Is it?
Yep.
All right. I need you, Andrew, if you'll do me a favor.
Okay.
If you'll go outside that door and right there, there's a green, teal, blue looking folder. Will you bring that to me, please?
Yep.
All right. Chase Robertson, you got your 4th win. Okay, let me start here. And there's pictures of me and you when you was years ago in Victory Lane. Yep, that's it. I go down 2, sometimes 3 times a race, and I told Randy Pulliam, well, I said, I want to interview Chase here at Bowling Gray. So for those of y'all out there that know this, when I get to go to Victory Lane, it means I don't have words for it. What I did, and when I get to see someone like this that I actually love and care for as a human, I love everybody. Don't mistake me, but when it's like this, it was such a big deal. And when you're down there and you know every person on a personal level, your dad, Lindsay, CR down there, you know, how cool is that? And Lindsay's husband, Chris, Justin Hoy. Justin was leaning against the car. Everybody's saying, here's Justin. You know that grin he has? Like he just stole $6.9 million and got away with it? That grin? It was such a good time, man, to just, and so you did say, so what I do, if you'll notice, Randy, I have some reason I'd like to get on that side of the car just for the camera angle and all. That's just how I do it. So what I do to a lot of these drivers, and even Kyler Staley, one driver, I grabbed by his hand to do that. And they're like, what are you doing? But I grab these drivers. I grab Chase by the hand when he gets out of the car to follow me, because you want to be so you want to keep those people up there happy and the fans happy, but you want to do a good job in an interview.
Keep the show rolling.
Yeah, you got to. So I grabbed Chase by his hand, and he did tell me later. He was like, "Man, who's grabbing my hand?" He didn't even realize really that everything was going on. It was me down there. He was thinking Randy Pulliam was grabbing.
Well, I was talking to somebody, and I felt my hand get grabbed, and I just, oh, all right, okay.
That was such a. Tell your grandma, hey. Right now, look at the camera and tell her, hey.
Hey, Grandma.
Hey, baby. And tell your Uncle Bryant, hey.
Who?
Your Uncle Bryant.
Hey, Bryant.
Okay. He's probably already gone. But
Yeah,
I did
probably.
see he was coming in. He'll come in for a minute and, go somewhere else. Chase, 4 wins. You're a former champion, and you are leading the points chase in our law offices of John Barrow Sportsman Division at Bowling Gray Stadium. And man, I watched that race car. I watched the entry.
Mm,
I watched the turn in the middle, and
Yeah.
I watched coming off.
yeah.
Every time. I mean, and you got to hit your marks as you do really well. That car, Dylan Ward has got it turning, son.
No doubt. There's some things that we found in the off season. I say we, that Dylan found in the off season that he wanted to try, and man, he knocked it out of the park. We struggled. I shouldn't say we struggled last year, but we weren't consistent every week the way that we like to be, and that really got to us. And how successful Dylan is, he's gonna he's gonna want to be the best, and it shows this year. His hard work and dedication, man, and I couldn't be more thankful for him.
Read this bottom text. Read it out loud.
Chase is Bryant Robertson's nephew.
Brian, he is still here. So
Yeah.
Look, man, if it's like, bless his heart, he just wants to go out there and race. He's got a very fast race car, and then next thing I know, I look up and I see him. I said, "Oh Lord, here we go again." So
Yeah, I don't.
he's you as a family, and even with Bryant, you got your brother racing, you got your uncle racing, you got your daddy former racing, your grandfather. The Robertson name is a staple of Bowman Gray Stadium, as is with many other great racers and families that's been there. What does each, like Saturday night, and you've got a lot of wins there, does each win have the same meaning, or does it like a different special meaning, different wins?
I mean, the wins all feel the same. Just I'm always happy to get a win because you just over there, you never know when you're gonna get your next one. So I try to treat everyone the same. I'm always happy to get a win, just because they're hard to come by over there.
And they are. And, it's some of these other drivers. And then we'll go to the modified division with Bert and Tim, now both tied with 101 wins.
That's crazy. 101 wins. It's crazy at one track.
And, I mean, and according to our stat guy, Justin Mincy, Bert is now the winningest driver in the history of Bowman Gray Stadium.
Oh, he is.
That's what I was told. That's not official.
Is it because of the one sportsman win? So
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, never mind. I was going to talk about Al Hill because he's got
Go
a
ahead.
lot,
Go ahead.
But anyway, could you imagine having 101 wins, Chase?
I mean, I could imagine it, but no, I mean, it's a lot of hard work and time, no doubt.
What is your thoughts on going outside of the Bowman Gray? Do you have any visions of your future of going outside of the Madhouse and let's climb the ladder? Because you're still young and you have that God-given talent. Is that anything that's ever crossed Chase Robertson's mind about, hey, Dad, let's see if we can land a truck series ride or something? Have you ever, ARCA ride? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, to touch on what Chuck said, he, Bowman Gray is just so close, so convenient that, that's where Dad thought it would be a good place to start me. For one, if you do it the right way, you can learn how to pass, and you can take that to any other track and your reaction time. But yeah, to answer your question, we got some things in the works, but I'd love to venture out. I like going to tracks like Hickory, Caraway, Ace, all them tracks. I'd love to venture out.
Good deal. I'd like to see it because I know you'd do well. If he does mess her, PR guy. Have you ever thought about getting to a modified at that track? A Bowman Gray modified?
Yeah, I mean, when Bryant had his, I think I did it one time in 2023. But I think he had a 602 motor in. But yeah, I'd love to take one out there and give it a try. It'd be a totally different beast.
So I will say for everybody listening back home, what they run at Mobile Speedway and Five Flags, even at the Snowball Derby, they run. You got to drive a multi-time modified snowball winner at Donnie Hamrick's modified. Now these modified, y'all, they run on an 8-inch tire, and they have more horsepower than the modifieds at Bowman Gray. So they're pushing over 630 horsepower, more like closer to like a super late model in that 700 range.
I think Bubba said it was 750.
There you go. Okay, what was that like?
It was insane. Like I couldn't even get the throttle down, because if you went full throttle, it would it would get grip, and then it would get so light going into the corner that you would just spin out. I mean, it just like the track bars, it felt like it would just like pick the rear end up almost like a dirt car. Yeah. Yeah, it would. I never drove one, but that's what Bubba was telling me. He was like, if you feel light at the end of the straightaway, just let out. just let out. And but no, it was a lot of fun. They were hard to drive. Me and Austin Jones.
That's right. Yeah.
Me and him took it out for a couple practices, but yeah, it was insane. I've never drove something with that much horsepower.
Kale was scared to practice it.
Was he? Is that why he wasn't there?
Scared.
Okay.
Yeah, he
He didn't tell me that.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he didn't tell me that.
Ask him about it.
Okay. All right.
Tell him I said that.
All right. I will.
Then he'll say you're a liar.
Yeah, he probably would, but.
All right, we're going to do this, y'all. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back. Me and Chase going to shoot the breeze a little bit more. Do you want to take a call? You think we should take a call or two?
Who you got?
I don't know. Just say I want to call in and talk to Chase for a second. You up to that?
Yeah.
Don't be stupid, or I'll see you with next time. Spray you with bear spray.
I just don't know who's gonna call in.
Because I'm excited. We have the Koger Plumbing phone lines. I want to say that, and all the phone calls tonight has come into our Koger Plumbing phone lines. I think that we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll figure out what we're going to do the rest of the show. How's that?
Sounds good.
I love y'all. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. If you need your hot dog experience to go to a whole new level, then you need to check out Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, because when it comes to hot dogs, it doesn't get more iconic than Pulliam's. Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue has been in business since 1910, which makes them part of the fabric of the Triad area, and their recipe hasn't changed in 114 years. Same barbecue, same slaw, same hot dogs. Pulliam's is located at 4400 Old Walkertown Road in Winston-Salem, and their hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Come chill at the grill and enjoy yourself with family and friends at Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue. Jimmy Brown of J&T Services buys junk, unwanted vehicles of all types. He removes scrap metal, specializes in trash removal and eviction cleanups. Whether it's a bed or a table or even old washer and dryer, Jimmy Brown, you don't play around. Serving the Triad area since 2007, J&T Services is firefighter owned, and you can reach them at 336-341-1171, or you can go to J&T Services on Facebook. Choice Tire and Automotive is a full-service auto repair shop and your #1 source for tires and wheels in Kernersville, North Carolina. They offer a variety of automotive services to keep your vehicle rolling on the road and off. Choice Tire and Automotive offers check engine light repair and diagnostics, oil changes, brake repairs, alignments, balancing, rotations, and general automotive repairs. They bring the best quality service possible in everything they do, and their team is committed to providing the best workmanship and customer experience possible. Choice Tire and Automotive's hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. Give Choice Tire and Automotive a call at 336-992-9002 and let them take care of your tire and automotive service needs. Welcome back, Talking Circles with Chris Carter, presented by J&T Services. We are live from the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios in good old Lexington, North Carolina, home of some of the best barbecue you'll ever eat. speaking of, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Chase, I do want to go. We're gonna have a chance for somebody to win 2 tickets. Not yet. We'll tell y'all when. Hold on. But I do got to say this. It's like talking about Chuck Wall. When I walk through the gate, there y'all are on the right.
Yeah.
When anybody that's where y'all been
Yeah.
for many, many years. Always. Now, sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not. Stop by there. Your team, them Wally heads.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them for a minute, man.
Yeah. You know, first off, I could not be racing without every single one of them. Tucker and Braden come to the shop almost every night, and you know, spend time away from their families. And that just means the world to me because they've been doing that since 2019. So that's when they started coming to help. And then you got other guys who come to the track, sometimes come to the shop. Gage, Jeb, Derek, Justin, or Ray, Isaiah, Austin, sometimes Blake, you know, the girls who come, Kayla, Aaron, Kelsey, all of them. We always just have a good time before the races, and then when the races start, they all go up, and you know, it's just time to get logged in.
Let's talk about them ladies around that whole deal. Boy, they're good, man. They're not scared to go over there. If you say go pick that up, go. One goes over there and helps Brian.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
I think. Are you talking about Kelsey?
Kelsey, yes.
That's Tucker's sister. Yeah.
And she'll get it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I'm like, wow, look at this. It's once again, but we had to give them a shout out. We cannot talk to you without bringing them up. And
No
of
doubt.
course, your mom Michelle and your dad Mike. And I talked to your dad probably Monday through Friday, no less than 4 days out of them 5. And it's funny, you know. Clan's caught. I was like, shut up, Mike.
Yeah.
He bless his heart. He's just something else. Let's do this, y'all. Let's have a little bit of fun, and we're going to put up the numbers so you can call into our Koger phone lines. We're going to give away 2 tickets to, heck, any race you choose to go, okay? So, Andrew, you good with that? Let's do this. Chase, what number should we use? Let's pick a number for somebody to call in. Don't get too carried away. I don't want you to say caller 172.
7.
7? That's Dylan Moore's
Yeah.
number. Andrew, you good with that? Okay, so for 2 tickets to any race this season, it doesn't have to be this weekend's race. Justin Long, you are not eligible. Justin Long can't play.
What was that?
Because he'll win again. People that win, they always win again. All right, so let's do that. If you will, hold on. I almost poked myself in my good eye with my glass. Could you imagine poking yourself with good eye and then you're blind?
Yeah.
I had to call my new friend Buffy at Piedmont Dragway to drive me around. 336-594-5570. That is our Koger Plumbing phone lines. Caller 7. There you go, 7. Zach Staley. Good pick, Chase. I think Zach's right down the road. I think he's at a car show tonight.
Oh, really?
But yeah. And speaking of Zach Staley, I do want to say this. The way I understand it read, that for the first time in the history of Bowman Gray Stadium, a husband, a wife, and a son.
Pretty cool.
It's very cool. Tara in that race car saying her name. She made a lap, but she done it.
Mm-hmm.
Love Tara Staley. I love that lady. And that's just pretty cool. And I'm sure Zach and Kyle, they'll work with her and get her to where she go out there and have some fun and complete more laps. So history made at Bowman Gray Stadium. Zach Staley and his wife Tara and Kyler Staley, Zach's son, and they got to do that last Saturday night at the Madhouse. So congratulations to them and that family. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Could you see you and your dad and Michelle and you racing?
I'm trying to get my dad out there. I know my mom won't do it, but I'm trying to get my dad out there. But he'll joke around the shop and say, "Well, boys, y'all might have to not come this week because I'm getting in the car," and then he just never gets in it. So.
All mouth.
Yeah.
All mouth. Where we at on callers?
6.
Uh-oh.
Oh, one more.
All right, the next one, that's going to be the winner here, calling in our Koger phone lines. There you go, Austin. That's right, buddy. Dustin Marshall. All y'all tuning in.
Number 7.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. Who do I got?
This is Dustin Marshall.
Dustin Marshall on the line. 2 tickets to Bowman Gray Stadium. How are you, Dustin?
I'm good. How are you and Chase?
I'm good.
He's good, he said. Are you a Chase Robertson fan?
We got 4 wins this season.
Yeah, he
I
does.
do like Chase.
Do what?
I do like Chase. Chase is a good driver.
Appreciate it.
He is, isn't he?
Man can wheel a car.
He can. You don't hear many people saying, I can't stand Chase Robertson. You don't hear that. I don't. That's pretty
No,
good.
they would be bitching for no reason.
Oh, me. Well, Dustin, you don't you have my number, man?
I do have your number.
Okay. Shoot me a text tomorrow, and we'll arrange for you to get these 2 tickets to the Madhouse, man. Dustin, I know you watch this show often, and you do support Talking Circus with Chris Carter. And, man, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. And thank you so much for tuning in, man. Thank you for the support, buddy.
You're welcome. We appreciate you, Chris.
All right. Take care. Just give me a text tomorrow, and I'll get you the tickets, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Our buddy Dustin Marshall. Appreciate him and everybody else that's tuning in. What a Collar. Collar Kepley.
He's just,
Oh,
you
Collar
can't-
Kepley.
you can't help him, man.
Who? Collar Kepley?
Yeah, look what he's at.
I can't be a Chase Robertson fan.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's full of
Yeah.
crap. That's just Collar. Collar don't mind stirring the bucket.
No, not at all. But man, I love Kyler. He's funny, and me and him have we've been friends for a while. So
Yeah, he's good. He's a good kid. His
For sure.
dad and everything. You know, they've been through a lot
mm,
with Casey's brain deal, and you know, I put a picture up on my podcast page that Light and Breezy haircut. You remember that when I was
Mhm.
the Coleman all and how they did my hair? They shaved me to cut me from ear to ear. Okay. Now, why on God's green earth could them people? They saved my life, so I'm not gonna call them a bad name. But they started here and just maybe it was a hurry. I don't know. And then where to cut me, instead of going like if you're to cut a board or something straight across, it looked like a zigzag puzzle. I'd still, to this day, I think Daniel could explain it to me. But they took my skin because the brain's swelling and bleeding, and they took my skin. Y'all you do is scroll down just a few pages, y'all, and you'll see the scar. And they took my skin and peeled it down like that. Can you? I want you to think about that for 1
I
second.
don't know if I want to. I don't do good with that stuff.
Dude, I'm like, it's hard for me to grasp. You know, what do you mean? And once again, I don't remember nothing or anything about all that whole. You know, it's like a whole year of my life is blank from that. But I'm like, golly, and Daniel's like, yeah, they pulled your skin down, and it's just like it's almost like an autopsy or something, and put you back together. We can rebuild Chris Carter. That was a mistake. Wait, hold on. There's Daniel. The peanut gallery is in the house. He said that's where they put the Biden chip in.
I saw that.
Man, you fool, Daniel. Zigzag the skin. That's what they done, Dustin. But anyway, Daniel Harrison, H&H Autos, you know, they was there, you know, took care of me after. I love that guy. It's H&H Auto. They've been with me since day one, Chase.
Really?
Very first sponsor, of this show. Good people. Got a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good people. And speaking of, let's do this, Chase, before we say bye-bye to everybody.
All right.
Okay. So here it is. We and y'all are going to have a fundraiser. Okay. We're going to have Bowman Gray Stadium drivers. We're going to have Bowman Gray Stadium cars. We're going to have Jeeps. We're going to have hot rods. We're going to have cars from Piedmont Dragway. And we're going to have a big time Autumn Priest, 16 years old, stage 4, Hodgkin's lymphoma. Emma Williamson got Hodgkin's lymphoma. Autumn was at the racetrack Saturday night. When I met Autumn 2 Sundays ago at the VFW in Kernersville, having a meeting with my people to, you know, form a team, she said, I know you. She knows you.
Really?
She knows a lot of y'all that are drivers that are race at Bowman Gray Stadium. This child is, she loves Bowman Gray Stadium. She goes often. She was there once again Saturday night. This Emma Williamson, Emma, our Emma, okay, their mom turned me on to Emma Williamson and also to these two young ladies. I do want to give a big shout out. I'll be on WXII. I want to thank Jeff Emmernick for hooking that up. I'll be on WXII on the 24th of this month, live in the studio. Well, I think it's a little bit of a break. It'll be the next day, not live. And to talk about what we're doing. But I want to share with y'all, unless y'all didn't know, we're going to have a Sweet 16 and fighting. That's what we let them girls decide what we're going to name it, the colors of the flyer and everything that's involved. We've let them have a lot of input to what we're doing. We're going to have Patriots Choice Plumbing is bringing us a Duncan booth, and there's so many people involved. We will have, as I said, the bounce house. We're going to have silent auctions. We're going to have race cars, car show. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle. There's no telling. I know that what we've done in the past, like the last one we done at Choice Tire, me and Eric Engelbert at Choice Tire and Automotive, I think it's like $1,800 just from the 50-50 raffle. And this one's going to be big. I had a dream and I had a vision of what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. And, I can't do this without so many of y'all. The hard reality of when you do this stuff is that the simple fact that, they got an uphill battle. And that right there is it's sad. It's sad, but this is where all of us come together and we do what we do. And that's including you being there and all of y'all helping. If anybody's interested in being a volunteer and helping us with this, please reach out to me. We're going to have shirts. I want to thank the people that I almost cried. I knew I would. Radical Fire Protection, Piedmont Dragway, Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, Smoky Joe's Barbecue, Jimmy's Smokehouse. They sponsor Connor Branch, okay? Peyton Martin's batting cages right down the road also was a part of this. Market USA and Tyson's Isons, Ichiban Japanese Steakhouse in Salisbury, and of course, as I said, WXII, and there's others. Some of you people, if you have a business and you want your name on the back of these shirts, it's $100. You can't beat that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, this is how we're going to do it, so before we let y'all go. Everything is going to take $1,000 and give it to Tyson Isons to their Warrior Fund, and then everything else will be split directly down the middle, and will go directly to them two girls, okay? We're transparent in everything we do. Everything that's cash is given, Venmo. We will have this Venmo figured out. For the time being, if you're not around here and you do want to donate, you can just do your Venmo to @ChrisCarter83. And it will go. That's what Market USA done. So once again, we keep track of everything. So once again, $1,000 of what we raise will go to the Warrior Fund, which is our Emma that's no longer with us. That's her parents and her grandma, Miss Sandy's deal that they do. Their money that they do this for. That's how we found these two girls, and it goes directly. There's no donate $1 and this much goes here, that much. No, what they do at the Warrior Fund goes directly to a family or a child. Same thing to what we do, y'all. We're going to raise all this money, and it's going to go to these kids. Young ladies. They're not kids no more. So once again, August the 29th, we're going to start at 2. We do not have a time that we have to stop. $10 barbecue plates. Thanks to Smoky Joe's and what they're doing. There's Chase, today going into a new studio, there's people around here that are still here that tell you that, I became a basket case today. It's what I signed up for, so let's not misunderstand what Chris Carter's saying here. I signed up for this. It's what I want to do. But new studio, setting everything up. Is Andrew, the producer, going to like the way this does? Is Chase going to be happy? Sydney can't make it. There's so much. And then you got this people at the bounce house calling. You got these people calling. You got this person calling. You got Autumn's grandma calling about stuff for the silent auction that she wants to donate. There's just so much going on. And I'm going to say it for the 15th time. I signed up for it. But sometimes it gets like, oh Lord, this is a lot of moving parts. I've done said that 4 times tonight, but like it's your race team. You surround yourself with good, and good will
Yeah.
prevail.
For sure.
Our people at Bowman Gray Stadium, all of you that are watching this show tonight, almost every one of y'all, I can see names on here that sees people that watch. I can't see everybody, but has played such a big part at what Talking Circles with Chris Carter does. And it's not about Chris Carter. It's not about Chase Robinson. It's not about Radical Fire Protection. It's not about Piedmont Dragway. It's not about Bowman Gray Stadium. It is about Emma Williamson and Autumn Priest. That's all this is about. That we as a team, as a village, as Bowman Gray Stadium has shown many, many, many times comes together and do what we do.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's, you're making a difference in a child's life.
Yeah.
A big difference. I don't have to tell everybody the amount of chemo, you get chemo, you're looking about $500,000, $250,000 pop. Bam. That's just starting. And these 2 girls every Tuesday has to go and take chemo. They don't leave chemo doing jumping jacks and somersaults. Okay, it takes a few days for these girls, these young ladies, to get back to even feeling normal. So the reason for this and me being on that rant, not a rant, but what I just said is that these children, life throws curveballs. It's part of life, and it's how they handle it, their family handles it, and how we respond and help these children. If you want, it's just like what young Jacob was saying a while ago. If you say, Chris, I only have $1, guess if 100 people said that? Or like I said, guess if 500 people say, Chris Carter only got $1, but I want to give it to you. Bam, there's 500.
Right.
Just that simple.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say once again, y'all, I have flyers. Miss Dawn Williamson at Radical Fire Protection, she has bracelets for $5. Her fight is our fight. That's what both the girls wanted. They wanted the color. Radical Fire Protection took care of that. $5. That money all goes to these girls. We will have those same bracelets. If you go to Entice and Isons, you can get one there as well when you go see and get some of that good, amazing stuff that they have there. Yeah. My eyes got watery. I can't help it. So I want y'all to know, let's make sure ain't nobody cussing us out or anything before we go off. Okay. We're good?
Yep.
Okay. You know how people are sometimes. I swear. Whiskey Ridge Outlaw is going to be our band. Whiskey Ridge Outlaws. Y'all go follow their Facebook page. They sing a little southern rock and some country. I'm excited. They're going to have music playing when they're not on the stage playing. We're gonna give away a lot of stuff, and cornhole tournament.
Oh, really?
Yes, and Tony White hooked me up with, and I got somebody, and I got to reach out to her, but we will have a cornhole tournament. They're gonna handle that.
Okay.
Not me, but we are gonna have the cornhole boards. We already got somebody in line that's gonna keep it, and your entry fee and all that. You can win money.
Do you happen to know if it's like a random draw, or do we?
Yes, it's going to be a random draw.
All right.
You're going to have to. She did say that. That's how they do it usually.
Yeah.
They do it at tea time, okay,
Right.
and on Tuesday nights, like that's what they're doing tonight.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Just to make it better. Like me and Chase are world champions, but we want to come play y'all at this fundraiser and kick your butt.
Well,
so
that's why I was asking, because Tony's really good. So I didn't know if he was bringing a teammate or.
he's not going to be there. So
he isn't? Okay.
Christy is going to be the one that's heading this up, and I've already talked to her. So we're going to have cornhole tournaments, y'all. It's going to be a big fun time. And I want y'all to all know, and I've seen it, I say it every show, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. What you people, just by tuning in and what it means to me, what the Bowman Gray people mean to me, what it means to me when Chase is going around that track and I say, race fans, Madhouse Maniacs, get them phones out and wave your arm.
I saw that this weekend.
Yeah, everything is just so cool. I'm so blessed and grateful for everybody. Every person that goes to that racetrack, every driver that goes to that racetrack, every crew chief, every wife, every mom, all of y'all that are involved with this racetrack at Bowman Gray Stadium. I want to give Austin Schufer, the people that are in the places that they are, Greg Garrison. I don't care what anybody says about Greg Garrison, but he is a genius.
Yeah.
And once again, I ain't splitting hairs with you, so don't even start with that. So, but I want to say it one more time. From the bottom of my heart, I want each and every one of y'all to know that I love you. I appreciate you. Jeff Day, Renee Hackett, Radical Fire Protection, Dawn and Roger Williamson, your dad, your family. It's blessed. Andrew, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. I feel like that tonight, if y'all only knew, and Krantz, if he's still listening, he's going to kick my butt because he said, we don't have any notes.
Yeah.
We just was on the fly. I had to text you at 10 till to make sure you're coming. And, so Andrew got here at 6:30. There was no I had
Dang.
Miss Dawn, and she helped me put this tablecloth on. We set the spanner up. I don't even know how we pulled this off tonight, but
Pretty good.
I really think we did.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think we did good. So I got to shout out to my sponsors one more time, and then we're going to go. So everybody involved, y'all remember, if you have a business or you want somebody's flyers, I will drive to you. If I have to drive to Charlotte, North Carolina to give one flyer to a business, I will do it. If you want me to come and pick up money to donate to this fundraiser, if you want your $100 and to be your name, have your name, your business, your brand, if it's just Chase Robertson, or if it's just Chuck Wall, or Justin Long, or Brandon Krotz. I love you, Brandon Krotz. Well, Brandon got to show his scar on mine the other night. Golly, I love that guy. I'll say any of y'all that want to be on this shirt for $100, it's so well worth it. I will come to you and collect it or whatever. I want to make it easy on y'all. I really appreciate all of y'all, and I do want to give a shout out to all my amazing sponsors. I say it and I'll say it again. If you can't monetize or go to these places, these businesses that I'm fixing to say in person, it don't cost a dime to go and follow.
Yep.
It doesn't cost a dime. It doesn't cost nothing for somebody to go and follow Jerry Hunt Supercenter.
No doubt.
It doesn't cost much for you to go. It don't cost a dime to go to Sammy Sliders and follow their page. East Coast Wings,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, the list
it's
goes on.
simple process. Little things like that means so much. And I think us has forgotten how important, once again, of course I ain't forgot, but people used to be real dedicated to sponsors. And I'm talking even at one time I can remember doing sponsorship proposals for Kale Gale and having to put in there that 72% of the people that is a NASCAR fan. So if there's 100 people, 72 of those 100 people would go out of their way to go to the grocery store and buy Tide detergent. You know what I'm saying? Or would go shop at Lowe's instead of Home Depot because they love Jimmy Johnson, or they'd go to Home Depot instead of Lowe's because they love Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
I really think it's important for us, that means me too, as fans, to really try to show a lot of support for these sponsors, whether it's on Talking Circles with Chris Carter presented by J&T Services live at the Choice Tire and Automotive Studios, or at Chase Robertson sponsors or whatever. Let's try to do better at representing those people. And with that being said, H&H Auto Repair, Race for Kids, which is raceforkids.com, Pulliam's Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Precision Built Spindles, Renee Hackett, Realtor, David E. Day, Inc., Ideal Corn, Affordable Septic, Tyson Isons, Little Donuts, Dutton Safer Systems, Triangle Fitness Kernersville, JTV Sports Card and Memorabilia, Sykes Metal Roofing, Douglas Auto Electric and Battery, Nick's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, The Garage Shop, Choice Tire and Automotive, Woodman Life Insurance, which is Jordan Anderson, S&P Lemonade, Frank Steaks out of Long Island, New York, J&T Services, DL Outfitters, Gary Brown, Dream 68, who is a former lineman for the Green Bay Packers, does have a Super Bowl ring. Check him out. Gary Brown, Dream 68, Midway Dry Cleaners, Cobble Speed Shop, LLC, JTA Soft Wash and Roof Cleaning, Coger Plumbing, 5 Points Tire and Auto, Horse-Powered Kids. Take a breath and breathe, Chris. Thank you. Coger Plumbing. We have the Coger Plumbing phone lines. 5 Points Tire and Auto. My buddy Steve Stroud. He is also a major player in our Sweet 16 and Fighting fundraiser. Appreciate Steve and what he does at 5 Points Tire and Auto. Horsepower Kids, Harkey Litigation, Eveready Mixed Concrete, Heroes Patriot Water, which is also out of Long Island, New York, Robin Sandblasted, Mule Skinner Trucking, Messer Media, our buddy Eric Messer, love you, man. Garage Doors of the Triad, MJ Printing and Graphics, the shirts that we're having made, Mark Joyce is doing them. He will do them in a timely manner. Thank you, Mark Joyce. Thank you to everybody at MJ Printing and Graphics. Zeno Hall, thank you. Midway Music Hall and Event Center, Thunder Road Grill, Midway Mobile Storage, Make TV Great with Nate. That's my buddy Nate McGee. Listen, I'm telling you, he's got the hook up on some good. If you want to watch zebra volleyball in Africa, you can with what he's got. Louis Custom Showers and Glass, Radical Fire Protection, Teton Sports Bar, Burke Street Pub, Captain's Retreat at Bear Creek, Soul to Bowl Food Truck, Squeaky Clean Express and Ceramic Coatings, Colfax Towing and Auto Repair, Velocity USA, Kevin says yes.com. Thank everybody that's a part of what you're doing, please.
Yeah, I just want to thank my parents first off. I obviously couldn't be racing without my mom or dad. My family, my sister, my brother, just everybody who supports me. East Coast Wings and Grill, Jerry Hunt Super Center, Timothy D. Wellborn, Sammy Sliders, Davison Steel, Ava Cupcakes, Velocito with Brad Smith. Hope he's feeling better.
Yes.
Wahlberg Grill and Pizzeria, Thronberg Construction with Blake Thronberg, Swift Springs, Dylan Ward Racing. He's played a huge part in my success, and I couldn't be at this point in my career without him. Mike Herman Jr., Thermosteel Spray Installation, David Kinley Services, Long Arc Welding, Twin City Synthetics, Metzer Media, Hank Thomas Performance, and Talking Circles with Chris Carter.
Thank you, Chase.
You're welcome.
Last question before we leave.
Yeah.
From yours truly, Brandon Krotz. How much does it cost to get a Chase Robertson mustache shirt? So
You know
before we-
that actually started in 2023.
that's what y'all were telling me. So Riley Neal did up a shirt of Chase and put a mustache. So, and I wore one of Riley's older shirts to the track Saturday morning for practice. I just, once again, if you're a driver and you got a shirt, I'm wearing my Talking Circles today because you got to brand yourself something. I will wear your shirt on this show. So feel free to give Chris Carter. I wear a 3X. I'm still fat. I'll wear your shirt. So feel free. But anyway, I love supporting our drivers at Bowman Gray Stadium best I can. And so I had on my Riley Neal shirt, go to the track, and you and Tucker goes, you know what?
Yeah,
Hold on. I'd go get a Sharpie. And I'm like,
Once
okay.
you said that, I knew where it was going.
And so I recorded it for some good content, and it was priceless. Two young guys that just having a blast. And, you know, that's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
and so that first started in 2023. It wasn't the I had the white shirt of the design that you had,
Right?
and I can't remember like what led up to it, but I think I did draw a mustache on it, and I wore it to the next track or the next race. Well, he done the same thing, and that's the shirt that Kevin posted was the one that Riley did. So it was just.
So you started it.
I think so. I think I started
he
it.
started it.
I think
He
I
did.
I'm not gonna lie.
He did. Well, all right. Well, look, we're going to let y'all go. We appreciate each and every one of it. Done said it 100 times. I wish y'all really understood what all of y'all mean to me, what the people that support this show means to me, what my sponsors means to me, what you mean to me. I love y'all. Thank you. Once again, you reach out to me if you want to be a part of what we're doing for this Sweet 16 and Fighting fundraiser. Please, I'm such an easy guy to get a hold of. I'll come to you, whatever it takes. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back. We'll do it again next Tuesday night. My co-host, Sydney Sanders, will be back. Much love to all of you. Y'all take care. Be safe. God bless.